What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at Xrp, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically in today's video, though, we do need to talk about the recent corrections that are continuing to take place on most of the major cryptocurrencies. As you guys can see here, specifically on Xrp, we had a beautiful bull trap that had formed over a massive descending fractal. You can see here, we had a downtrend forming an ascending fractal, filling in this gap here, or symmetrical triangle, whatever you want to call it, which typically has a bearish bias. But by some stroke of luck, we broke bullish here. Nobody was expecting that. Regardless, we even thought, and I've even stated, even if we were to be breaking upwards here, it would not last, and it would not last long. And just as quickly as we went up, we went right back down, correcting now below the point of breakout here, which is very interesting here. Now, if I zoom out, you can see why this kind of makes sense. We'll talk about it a little more today. I mentioned it yesterday, but we discussed very simply put that because we were breaking or starting to see daily candles close us above our major downtrend, it does not confirm we are bullish in any sense. We've seen it numerous times, time and time again, on the Xrp charts, that if we were to break above on the daily this resistance here in purple, that it is not bullish. And as you guys can see, the 4 times that I've circled this, every time we've closed a daily candle above here, we ended up correcting all the way back down. So we do need to talk about this. We need to talk about things like Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Yesterday, we made a video basically saying that I have some very important news here. And the reason that I had this very important news here was because that we are starting to go in depth about, or I made a video going in depth about the major S&P 500 graph. I had some interesting comments on this video saying that we're super bearish. We're not going to see a bull run on the S&P, which I don't really understand why you'd think that. I felt like I made a valid point as to why we're going to see a reversal to the upside. I'd like to just find where that comment was. Changes, I'm new to trading. S&P won't rebound, bearish as hell. So I'm not entirely sure why you'd think that. And I thought I made a very valid point in regards to why I believe that we will see a rebound. Well, I don't know if they're just commenting off the original watch or 2 minutes in, I don't know, but we are most definitely going to see a rebound. I don't know what they were expecting. The rebound is not going to happen tomorrow or next week or next month, but I do believe at some point we will do something like this and then rebound to the upside. Are we going to see a massive explosion? No, I do not want us to explode up to here, but I do think a rebound is coming. And if that doesn't happen and we do something like this, then the rebound will take place towards May of 2023 into 2024, and that will be the rebound. But, it's going to take a couple months into the year 2023 before we see any sort of movements like that, because we do have a lot of this federal funds rate and stuff like that is still going to be increased. So we still have to wait this out. With that all being said, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So not even sure where to begin. Lots of things to discuss and to talk about here. Top 10 cryptocurrencies. A refresh shows us a continued slide to the downside here. You can see we are continuing to correct lower and lower and lower and lower. It's continued movement here. It's expected, anticipated. Although I'm not shocked in any sort of way, it is unfortunate, but we are continuing to slide lower here. Now you can see on Xrp why I'm a strong believer that we are going to continue to correct to the downside, because we have not confirmed a bullish break to the upside just yet. Even though we've seen, daily candles close us above this purple downtrend, doesn't necessarily mean we're bullish. You can see how many times it happened here, caused a reversal. You can see it happened here, caused a reversal to the downside. I'll continue this movement. You can see it. We had it here, reverse to the downside, continuously. We had numerous movements of retests and breaks above this major resistance on Xrp, and it's done nothing but correct us to the downside and act as a bull trap. The only reason why I would say we buy in is if confirmed on the Xrp weekly charts here, which we have about 3 days and 11 hours left for this week to confirm that. But unfortunately, there's no sign and there's no shot that that's going to happen here. You can see now when you zoom yourselves outwards on the weekly chart, you can see a better overview. You can see a much better overview. A lot of people, I had some people saying that they'll send me a chart to my email, which is totally fine, but they probably just move this up higher. I guess you could do that. I don't like to include the wicks as a reason or reference to moving upwards or downwards. I don't like to use that as a means of resistance. I've always found it well, but you're entitled to do whatever you want. If you want to use the wicks as a means of graphing it, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you can develop your own trends and charts There's nothing wrong. You're not wrong for doing so. But what I found to work best for me when I do my trades was using this as a means of resistance here. Now, was it that, or could it be a little bit higher? No, it was about where I had it before, but you could see this is what I've been using to, for years now to judge my trades. I've always found using the actual candles and not the wicks to be the most useful and beneficial here for the trade. So you can see consistently, now that we're looking at the weekly, intra-week, we have closed days above this major resistance, but it has done nothing but trap people in, and then we see a major dump to the downside here. Well, flash forward, now that we're using the weekly candles, and if we confirm closing a weekly above here, then we could say, okay, time to buy in and long to the upside here. But you can see we're already getting rejected this week off this major resistance, and I am a strong believer we're going to see a continued correction out of 30 cents before we can see 70 cents on XRP. So expect a drop to 30 before we see a run to the upside here. And that might not happen. We might fall even lower than that, down to 15 cents on XRP. But it all depends on what we do when we react to this major support here. Hopefully that's it, and hopefully we could start to trend out of it, which would be incredible. But 30 cents is due, and it is coming for XRP very soon. So keep your eyes peeled on that. You can already see the rejection right now. We're already starting to fall lower, and I think that will continue through the rest of this week. Obviously, we do all of our trades on BitYard, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. Lots of people are signing up, and I don't blame them. It's completely free to sign up, and if you do, and you click mystery box here, you can actually earn some free cryptocurrency. They offer ways where you can deposit money into it and then earn the cryptocurrency trading bonus. You can then literally withdraw your money right back out. There's nothing wrong with that. And even if you don't want to do that, what's even better is they offer a demo account. You can see here, sign up completely free, make an account. You can even enter, anonymous information. Enter your name as John Doe and you'll make an account. They then give you 100K Monopoly money to test your skills. The best part is you can use that to play around with the market. Nothing changes on the website. And it's risk-free. It's, Monopoly money to test your skills on. And then if you're comfortable, you can obviously do what you want with that. But they offer Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, which really no exchanges offer. And then you can leverage trade, buy long, sell short, stop losses, take profits. I mean, I haven't found a website better than BitYard, in my personal opinion, for what I use. Now, moving forward from this, which you definitely check out, link is in the description to BitYard here. Moving forward, Ethereum is starting to slide lower. We had a beautiful ascending fractal drawn here, you can clearly see, and we've broken bearish from that as expected here and are correcting lower, and I believe that is going to continue into the rest of this week. We're seeing a small hiccup back to the upside because we are oversold on the 3-hour charts here. Bitcoin as well is sliding lower, a little oversold on the 3-hour, but if you can see on the daily here, we're only trading at about 42, 43 on the RSI. There's much more room, and ideally, this is trending us inside a major sideways channel here, which I do believe very soon is probably going to pop and break us, and then we're going to see a retest down to 15.5. That's target for me, and for those that agreed months ago with 15.5, 100% right. That's where my mind is. I do believe 15.5 is going to be the next retest before we see 20K on Bitcoin. It's going to be 15K before 20K. And then as for the S&P 500, we are still in a descending fractal here. And as you guys can see, yesterday we continued to correct lower. Major dump yesterday here. Not a major dump, but we did dump yesterday. We did correct. It was nothing like what we've seen here, but a correction nonetheless. And I do believe this is going to continue. Next stop is retesting bottom support, where our triple bottom was, and that's what we're going to have right now. Probably by the end of today, hopefully we'll see 37 retested. That's my target, and then I think definitely 35.57 is the next retest on the target. We are going to continue to slide down. Hopefully, I mean, if things are awesome, we can bounce off this and reverse, but I don't think that's going to happen. The likely scenario is this, and then hopefully we can reverse up. The worst scenario is we do this, and then we fall lower, and then we can start to rebound up. I don't know. These are the scenarios. And the worst possible scenario is we do something like this. Sorry, let me reverse that. And you can already see probably what I'm getting at here. We reverse like this. And then we start to extend up. The likelihood that that happens is slim. You can see the amount of fear and panic that's set over the government in 2020 to cause the major drop. A massive pandemic just dropped on us, and then a major shutdown of the economy would cause the third drop here. That would cause this. So the likelihood we see this just immediately 2 years later, maybe 3 years later after the previous recession, is unlikely. So I think it leaves us with these two options here. And it just really depends on how long this takes us. This ends us in March of 2023. This is in February. Could these extend longer? Could we see a movement like this? Yeah, it's very possible. We don't know. But then this could end us into mid-May. So we'd have January, February, March, April, May, 5 months into the year. I don't know for sure. But there's a good chance we'll probably see one of these two being the options here. It's very possible that the market has already worked into itself that the rates are going to be hiking for the next 3 months. So it could very easily start to reverse upwards, earlier than when the Fed stopped raising interest rates, which could cause the first outcome to happen. Or if things get more fearful, then we see the second outcome. But I can't see us sliding all the way back down just yet. But that's going to wrap up today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.